What is going on, everybody? Billy Coles out on Smith Mountain Lake. It is January. As you can tell, it is slick calm out here, post front, not a cloud in the sky. Typical crappy fishing conditions, but today I'm gonna talk about a bait that I throw a good amount out here. I feel like some guys do throw it and some guys stay away from it, and that is spy baits. There's tons of shad in here, and the water's still not cold enough for a really good jerk bait bite, and so they're still eating moving baits. A lot of guys stick with throwing the swim bait, but I like to change it up a little bit and throw a spy bait. So I'm gonna show you guys the 3 spy baits that I have in my boat, and the 3 that I consistently throw. Rod setup, line setup, and kind of where I'm fishing it and using Garmin Live Scope. So stay tuned. Hopefully these tips can help you guys out and get you guys some more fish in the live well. So we just spent the first probably 15-20 minutes looking at some deep main lake points. There's 3 specific places I want you guys to look with the spy bait, and sometimes in winter I actually like working backwards and checking shallows first, but today just post front, tons of sun. I wanted to check that deep stuff first and see if that sun either pushed them down or is pulling the bait up. So check some long, super long points going into the river channel, literally looking from 10 feet, dropping into 40, 50 feet, not really seeing anything. So I just started on some secondary points, kind of going back into some major creek pockets. Number one thing I'm looking for right now is bait. So cover's great for a spy bait. It's a great open water technique. What you guys really want to be looking for is finding those bait balls and finding something where there's enough depth underneath them where you can have your spy bait be that one isolated minnow swimming around, essentially, that they're chewing on. So we're gonna check a few more of these secondary points, and then we're gonna make a run back to the shallows and figure out where this bait's at. First and foremost, rod is pretty technique specific. This is a Dobyns Champion 732 SF, super soft tip, so it can super load up on a spy bait. I've just got a 3,000 sized reel on here, 16-pound braid. Your leader line is also super important. Smith Mountain Lake's very clear, and in the winter it gets even more clear. So 7-pound, 6-pound leader, you can get away with an 8. I wouldn't throw it on 10. Just real light line. This is a super finesse tactic. So that's the rod setup, the line setup, the reel. Next I'll show you guys the specific baits. So the first one, and this is going to be on most of the time for me, is a Spro. This is a Spin John 80. So this is just kind of a shad, natural shad color. Obviously it's got props on both ends of it, and the reason that I like the Spro is that there's a lot of detail in it. They've got a red prop on the front, feather hook on the back, and that just kind of sets it apart a little bit from some of the other baits, as far as the extra feather and that kind of pulsating feather movement can trigger some of those bites. So this comes in a ton of different colors. It's a good weight too. It really lets you chuck this thing pretty far. So most of the time that's what's going to be on here, but in case I need to kind of bulk up the bait, I go with a Jackal eye prop. And color wise, obviously the spin bait is kind of just a straight generic shad pattern. This is going to be kind of your ghost minnow pattern. 2 props on the end. These props are going to be a little bit bigger, so just a different sound in the water. No feather hook, and obviously they don't have a tail hook on here. Some guys may add a tail hook. I just have never had to do that, so I do this when I want the bait just to be a little bit bigger of a profile. So that is a Jackal eye prop. And then the last one, which is basically right in the box, this is a LUCKYCRAFT. It's a Pointer 80. Colors Aurora Black. This is literally a staple color that everybody should have in their boat no matter where they're going. But this is another spy bait. Great weight to this, great length, quality build, quality hooks. So these are the 3 that are going to be in the boat for me. As far as colors go, again, something shiny like this Aurora Black when it's sunny like this, kind of that translucent ghost minnow type of approach if it's on a cloudy day or you want just to be super natural, and then try to throw in kind of a shock color, you know, a little chartreuse on this spin john. So those are the 3. Go out there, chuck it, reel it super slow, and you definitely will get bites on this thing. So I was only out here for a couple hours today, just kind of looking for some bait and checking some stuff for a tournament. But keep this in your hand in most of the winter, and you guys will definitely catch some fish. So I'll put the links in the bottom of the video so you guys can know exactly what baits those are. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a comment. Thanks.